has arrived.
And they are being welcomed by our beautiful angels. Let's all stand and welcome them. To begin our celebration, let's all ask for God's blessings.
The kindergarten choir will lead us in a lovely prayer.
Light is very special, isn't it, Tiana? Yes, it gives life and makes everything bright.
To spread that light, we request our chief guest to light the candles.
Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Light a candle for peace, light a candle for love, light a candle that shines all the way around the world. Light a candle for me, light a candle for you, that our wish for world peace will one day come true. Sing peace around the world. Sing peace around the world. Sing peace.
Thank you.
And now I invite our dear friend Ren Shirikal to greet you with his words of welcome.
Christmas is not just a season, it is a feeling of love and joy, which reminds us to share happiness and be kind to everyone. I am Ren Sharakil from Senior Ruby. It is indeed an honor and privilege to deliver the welcome address on this wonderful evening. A leader is one who knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. It is my pleasure to welcome our provincial and manager, Reverend Father Benny Nalkara CMI, who always considers us special. Welcome, Reverend Father. With profound happiness, I now welcome our chief guest for the day, Mr. Roji M. John, MLA. On behalf of everyone present here, I welcome you, sir. A hearty welcome to Reverend Father Paulos Kidagan CMI, Director, Rajagiri Public School and Kindergarten. Welcome, Reverend Father. I would like to warmly welcome our PTA President. Now let me welcome Reverend Father Anthony Kelambarambal CMI, Manager Finance, to this event. Welcome, Reverend Father. I would like to warmly welcome Ms. Ruby Anthony, the Principal of Rajagiri Public School. Welcome, Madam. I extend a warm welcome to Mrs. Shiny Syriac, our dear headmistress of Rajagiri Kindergarten. You are a great inspiration to all of us. Welcome, Madam. A joyful welcome to Mr. Pradeep Subhash, our PTA President, and to all the other committee members. A special welcome to our parents, grandparents, teachers, chechis, and to all the participants. Once again, I welcome each one of you who have gathered here on this special day. Thank you.
Thank you, Ren, for those words of welcome.
This academic year was eventful and fun. Let's take a look at it.
I now call upon our dear Madam Miss Shiny Syriac to present the annual report.
Good evening, everyone. I am pleased to take stock of our achievements and glories in the annual report of the school. Our school has honed and fine-tuned a learning and life skill system that has been envied and benchmarked by many kindergartens across the state. Yet, I do realize that in today's world, no institution of repute and quality can afford to rest on its laurels. I once again heartily welcome you all to the annual day celebration of Rajagiri Kindergarten. I feel elated to present the annual report of the school. I am proud to share that this academic year 2024-25 has been very impressive and rewarding for the school. We provided different platforms to administer holistic education to our students. And here let me walk you through the efforts and achievements accomplished by the school in yet another session of academic excellence. We have a dedicated and committed team of 15 support staff and 30 faculty members. With the inclusion of office staff and nurse, our total staff strength is 48. all working together to help each child reach their full potential. Orientation for parents was held on June 1st, 2024. It began with a session on parenting by Dr. Serena Mohan, Senior Consultant Pediatrician, Rajagiri Hospital. Reverend Father Paulos Kidangan CMI, Director, also addressed the parents. This was followed by the introduction to the curriculum and demo class by both senior and junior KG teachers. Finally, class-wise meetings took place during which the parents interacted with their child's class teachers. Initiation. A solemn prayer service was held in the kindergarten auditorium on 6 June 2024. The chief guest of the day was Reverend Father Benny Nalkara, CMI, Provincial and Manager, Secretariat Province. Mrs. Shiny Surek, Headmistress, welcomed the gathering. The opening prayer was said by the Director, Reverend Father Paulos Kidangan, CMI. The Holy Bible was read by Reverend Father Tommy Kochilingil, CMI, Principal, Rajagiri Higher Secondary School. Reverend Father Anthony Kelambarambil, CMI, Finance Manager, sought God's blessings through the concluding prayer. The Reverend Fathers blessed the little ones, thus ensuring that the school would function with divine grace throughout the year. New teachers were also inducted. Inaugural ceremony of preschool. Rajagiri opened its doors to its new preschool facility on July 11, 2024 with class strength of 18 students and 2 teachers. Reverend Father Benny Nalkara, CMI, Provincial and Manager, inaugurated the preschool classroom. Felicitation was said by Reverend Father Paulos Kidangan, CMI, Director of Rajagiri Public School and Kindergarten. Reverend Father Anthony Kelambarambil, Finance Manager, Reverend Father Tommy Kochilingil, CMI, Principal, Rajagiri High Secondary School, Mrs. Ruby Anthony, Principal, Rajagiri Public School, graced the occasion. Orientation for teachers. The orientation for teachers was held on May 28th. The speaker for the day was Provincial and Manager, Reverend Father Benny Nalkara, CMI. Training for teachers to operate the language lab was conducted on May 31st, 2024. This academic year onwards, language lab was incorporated in the regular timetable for junior and senior KG students' classes. This helps them to be proficient in phonetics and it also enhances their communicative skills. Mrs. Preeti George, ETNL co-proprietor in charge of installing the software, trained the teachers. On June 3rd, she conducted a phonetics refresher session to re-equip the teachers. Independence Day, on the 78th Independence Day, we paid homage to the freedom fighters, unsung heroes, and the brave hearts who sacrificed their lives to protect our country. The little patriots in our kindergarten celebrated Independence Day with good cheer, flags, and spirit. They learned about the freedom struggle from the skit depicting it. Patriotic songs proclaimed our pride as Indians. The little ones were made aware of the beauty of unity in diversity and the importance of fostering a deeper understanding of our nation's rich heritage. The procession carried out by the little ones in the campus resounded with the slogans, Bharat Mata Ki Jai. Teachers' Day, on this day dedicated to educators, the guiding stars of our students, represented by the PT Executive Committee, deeply appreciated the teachers. They entertained us with dance and songs. Every teacher was presented with gifts and flowers. The chief guest for the day was Dr. M.C. Dilip Kumar, retired Vice Chancellor, Kaladi Sri Shankara Sanskrit University and Kalamandalam Deemed University. Gandhi Jayanti. Mahatma Gandhi is renowned for his belief in the principle, cleanliness is godliness, and for embodying this value throughout his life. As a tribute to Mahatma, the teachers made the students aware of the importance of keeping their surroundings neat and tidy, and the kindergartners enthusiastically cleaned their classrooms. Workshop, I quote Jane D. Hull, at the end of the day, the most overwhelming key to a child's success is the positive involvement of the parents, unquote. And to aid the parents in the overall development of the wards, a workshop for parents was held on September 28th. Dr. Lisha Balan, clinical psychologist at Prekna Center, was a resource person. External competitions. Our talented little stars sparkled at the Pauline Fest by securing the runners-up trophy in the competitions conducted by St. Paul's School. Ren Chirikal won for outstanding performance for Mudita, an inter-school competition conducted by Sacred Arts Kindergarten, Tevra. In the coloring competition conducted by YMCA, our little artists proved their mettle. Ishaq Rizwan won the first prize for painting competition organized by Kerala Fine Arts Society. Onam. The school celebrated Onam with great enthusiasm and cultural richness. The event commenced with a traditional welcome for the guests, featuring a captivating performance of Shingari Melam, which set an engaging tone for the festivities. The chief guest, Mrs. Srikumari Ramachandran, writer, dancer, and columnist, applauded the efforts of the tiny tots. The program included a variety of performances, including a skit that highlighted the significance of Onam and its cultural heritage. Students showcased their talents through dance and music, reflecting the vibrant spirit of the festival. The Kodachuri, a very traditional art form, was the highlight of the program. The essence of Onam was captured through various classical art forms like Thiruvathirakkali, Thumbithullal, and Vallamkali. On the closing day of Onam holidays, Sadhya was provided to the students and Paisam was sponsored by PTA. Kalamela, in every competition, there are no winners or losers, only learners. I quote Brian Herbert. Competition encourages the development of important life skills, including time management, goal setting, critical thinking, and problem solving. The in-house competitions to hone their talents were in the month of September. Action song, English and Malayalam, storytelling, speech, and show and tell were the mic events. Clay modeling, coloring, paper collage, and origami were the art and craft events. Many talented artists, singers, orators were spotted. Folk dance took center stage on September 28th. They mesmerized the audience with their performances. On November 30th was a fancy dress competition of junior and senior kindergarten. Numerous characters from all walks of life came alive on stage. The parents deserve huge accolades for the efforts they had put in to train and encourage the little ones to be on stage. A gallery walk was organized so that the parents could see the prize-winning items. Sharing and caring. I Share is an initiative of the Rajagiri Public School and Kindergarten PTA since 2009, whereby we try to instill the habit of sharing in every student by asking each child to set aside 1 rupee each day for their less privileged brothers and sisters. We want sharing and giving to become a lifelong habit for each Rajagirian. During the academic year, June 2024 till December 2024, various welfare activities were done with the money collected through iShare. We continue to give 150 food packets once a week to the patients at Alua Taluk Hospital. Rupees 87,500 was kept aside for it. Rupees 1 lakh was given as medical assistance to Master Abdrit Chitin, who's 10 months old, a son of Hida Mohanan, who underwent treatment at Rajagiri Hospital for severe gastroesophageal reflux. Rupees 60,000 was donated to the Sisters of Adoration of the Blessed Sacrament, who work among the families of persons affected by HIV. The amount is utilized towards the education of the children from such families. Rupees 1 lakh has been proposed to be contributed to the Wayanad School Library Project, an initiative by Rajagiri Public School to rebuild the school library of Government Vocational Higher Secondary School, Vellarmala, that was affected by the Wayanad landslide. Rupees 5,000 was given to Mrs. Shelma Johnson for the treatment of her mother who is suffering from cancer. Rupees 25,000 was given to Ms. Jomol for gynec surgery. Serve the poor and the needy, visit the neglected and the sick. These are the words of Blessed Chavra. The PTA, together with the headmistress and the PTA teacher representative, embraced the spirit of the blessed Christmas season by extending charity to the needy. Valsalyam Shishubhavan at Kalamashiri was visited and goodies useful for small children were distributed. In Karnalayam at Kakanad, gifts like cookies, instant payasam mix, and ensure protein sachets were distributed. At Home of Faith, stationery, coloring books, cookies, and other useful items were given. At this juncture, I would like to place on record our deep gratitude to the lady parents, Mrs. Mary John and Mrs. Archana Suresh, for helping us to tally the iShare amount each term. Staff enrichment program, the importance of upskilling cannot be overstated as it brings a multitude of benefits and opportunities. In a rapidly changing and progressing world, it is essential for us to evolve, to stay relevant, ensuring that we remain impactful and effective in our classrooms and to our students. Mrs. Jyoti Menon and Mrs. Bini Jubi and Mrs. Deepa CV attended the foundation stage training program at Vishwajyoti Public School. Mrs. Sini Krishnan and Mrs. Bintu Anthony attended the workshop conducted by Kochi Metro Sahodaya in association with Edward Publishing Company. The topic was augmenting competencies of foundational years. As part of the pre-primary masterclass training by Volt, a session on mastering the art of storytelling was conducted. Attending the online session were Mrs. C.M. Remya, Mrs. Sini Vishnu, Mrs. Sini Krishnan, Mrs. Grace Roy, and Mrs. Anila Kumar. The session was led by renowned author, storyteller, and educator, Mrs. Nupur Agarwal. Mrs. Doris Catherine attended an online workshop conducted by UP educators on the topic Digital Storytelling and Social Emotional Learning. Speaker was Mrs. Ankita Shaw. In the workshop, organizers by Excelled, Mrs. Vidya Prabhagar and Mrs. Savita Rajiv attended. Mrs. Sini Vishnu and Mrs. Remya CM attended the workshop conducted by Macmillan Publishers. The resource person was Rasika Raman. Mrs. Shiny Sirek, headmistress, served as a resource person at Chavra Darshan CMI School, Kunamavar, where she conducted a training session for the teachers. Mr. Nitin Saju, system analyst, and Mrs. Ansi Biju attended an online workshop on the topic Canva Masterclass. Diwali. Diwali was celebrated enthusiastically in our kindergarten. A teacher explained the importance of Diwali. The festival spiritually signifies the victory of light over darkness, good over evil, and hope over despair. Diyas were lit and the atrium looked spectacular with rangoli and colors. Both the teachers and students enjoyed the Diwali celebrations wholeheartedly. The auditorium resounded with the sounds of dandiya. The sweet party was the highlight of the day. Retreat. The annual retreat for the kindergarten children was held on 18th October 2024. It was a day set aside to teach our little ones the importance of God's words in our lives. The first session started with the First Friday prayer service by the teachers. A vibrant team from Jesus Youth, headed by Mrs. Anu Pinero, took over the second session. They conveyed the importance of praying as well as the need to lead a value-based life to our children through stories, songs, and skits. In the afternoon, senior kindergarten students colored a worksheet retreat. It was a blessed day for the children and the entire staff, a day devoted to the mighty Lord. Kids Fest. Kids Fest, an inter-kindergarten cultural fiesta held on November 11th, was inaugurated by Reverend Father Benny Nalkara CMI, Provincial and Manager, Sacred Arts Province. A bag full of goodies and participation certificate was given to all the 1,600 children who entered our campus. Fun time, the entertainment extravaganza for parents, grandparents, and kids was inaugurated by Mrs. Nitya Maman, a popular singer. Dance shows, music, games, etc. for the whole family were organized. It was celebrated as Grandparents' Day. All the grandparents were honored. The theme this year was Kanibaru, Japanese word for Gopal Fest. The procession based on this theme was spectacular. The 60 stalls, food court, and the kids' entertainment area added to the festive spirit. Vishwajyoti Kindergarten Angamali and Kristu Jayanti Kindergarten shared the overall trophy, and the runners-up was Sacred Arts Kindergarten. Cine artists Mr. Dharmajan Bolgati and Mrs. Devanamda gave away the prizes to the winners. Children's Day. To commemorate Sri Jawaharlal Nehru's love for children, Rajagiri Kindergarten kept this day aside as Joyful Learning Day. Senior KG students had a clay workshop which they thoroughly enjoyed. The little potters proudly took the finished products home. Activities in school: learning gives creativity, creativity leads to thinking, thinking provides knowledge, and knowledge makes you great. Reading Day, June 19th, was observed as National Reading Day. International Yoga Day was observed on June 21st. The yoga instructor, Ms. Kavya Devi Prasad, introduced the children into different aspects of yoga. World Music Day, Mrs. Tina Taragan, music teacher of kindergarten, took the initiative to make all the children sing during assembly. She also pointed out the rhythm of music and how it can be used for dance. We believe that activity-based learning is crucial in teaching students to collaborate, communicate, interact, and work effectively in teams. The following activities are designed to foster these essential skills. Sandwich making. This activity is in the month of August in order to coincide with the Independence Day celebration. They made tricolor sandwiches using carrot and green chutney. When children make sandwiches, they learn to plan first the bread, then the butter. They will also be making choices about what food they want to eat. They will also have an opportunity to understand the use of numbers and shapes. Germination, a garden and children need the same things: patience, love, and someone who will never give up on them. The little ones were fascinated with the germination process. There is a wave of curiosity in the eyes of a tiny tots, and with great feeling of accomplishment and excitement, they watch the seeds transform into baby plants. Fruit party. This is done every year to teach kids the health benefits of fruits, one of Mother Nature's most amazing foods. The tiny tots also learn more about the taste, smell, color, and texture of each fruit. The best part of the party was when all the students enjoyed eating the fruit salad that they themselves prepared. It was a day full of fun, and I had a party-like atmosphere in the kindergarten. Sandpit. This is the latest addition to the kindergarten building. By engaging in sand play, children can enhance their muscle development, fine motor skills, hand-eye coordination, and sensory exploration. They can also foster the imagination, problem-solving skills, social interaction, and communication abilities. Nature walk. Nature walk is an excellent way to stimulate students' appreciation for the nature. They can see, hear, smell, feel the textures of fallen leaves, bark of trees, buds, dry twigs, flowers, etc. and discover new sense, sights, sounds, and textures. Farm visit. It is a delightful and exciting moment for the junior kindergarteners when they visit the farm animals on a farm visit. Children experience the natural world, appreciating the compromise between human needs, animal welfare, and wildlife. They learn the names of the farm animals and the young ones. They also understand the role of a farm, such as where food comes from, and that not all food comes from the supermarket. Solar panels were shown to the kindergarteners in order to make them understand the importance of conservation of energy. Early childhood is a critical period of development, and providing children with engaging and educational experiences is essential to laying a strong foundation for lifelong learning. One highly effective way to foster curiosity, critical thinking, and love for learning in young children is through science experiments. Discovery room in the kindergarten is solely kept aside for instilling curiosity and creating future scientists. Here, students learn various concepts which are otherwise difficult for them to comprehend. Sink and float. This learning experience allows children to explore the emerging skills in science and numeracy. It can also help in language development by introducing various objects that can sink or float. Assemblies in kindergarten are also exceptional. Mondays are dedicated to chart explanations. Wednesdays are earmarked for Zumba and exercise. On Thursdays, a special instructor comes to teach the senior kindergartners yoga. Bible stories are either enacted or narrated using visual media in order to capture the attention of young minds every first Friday. The need to grow in the grace and knowledge of the Lord is thus emphasized. The rest of the Fridays are for value-based stories or teaching of songs. KG assembly is solely conducted by senior KG children. Thought for the day, news headlines leading all in prayer, pledge is done class-wise by them. These blooming buds always try to put in their best to make the assemblies lively ones. Gradually, children lose stage fear and attain self-confidence. Most importantly, they learn discipline and teamwork. Field trips and excursion. Learning comes alive on field trips. We want them to consider the outdoor as their classroom too. Students go on trips in and around Cochin accompanied by the teachers and non-teaching staff. These trips empower young minds and inspire young learners. This year, the senior KG students, accompanied by teachers, visited the Aqua Show near Darbar Hall. In the second term, the junior and senior kindergarteners were taken to see the circus. Frequent field trips of this kind are organized so that students get a hands-on experience of acquiring knowledge from the world around them. In the third term, junior kindergarteners will be taken to the fire station and post office. Senior KG students will be taken to decathlon. The aim of this field trip is to give our kindergartners a real life experience. Class picnics provide a welcome break from the regular classroom routine. Shared experiences help students in team building, friendship formation, and social skills development. A picnic is organized for the students of kindergarten this month, just before school closes for the Christmas holidays. The little ones will be taken to the children's park. This fosters an appreciation for nature and the environment. I feel honored to express my sense of gratitude to the provincial and manager, Reverend Father Benny Nalkara CMI, and the members of the management for extending their support and guiding us in our endeavor in our pursuit of excellence. I am undoubtedly very grateful to our director, Reverend Father Paulos Kedangan CMI, for being a pillar of strength whenever we needed him. I also express my gratitude to Reverend Father Anthony Kelamparambal CMI, Finance Manager, Reverend Father Tommy Kochilingal CMI, Principal Rajagiri High Secondary School, for their cooperation and support. My sincere thanks goes to Mrs. Ruby Anthony, Principal Rajagiri Public School, for all the help rendered to us on various occasions. I would also like to place on record our indebtedness to Mr. Pradeep Subhash, PTA President, and to all the executive committee members. Dear parents, I greatly appreciate your kind cooperation in making our efforts a great success. I am happy to say it again that I am blessed to be the headmistress of this school. My teachers and non-teaching staff, and above all my students, are my pride. I would like to say there is a simple reason Rajagiri schools were founded. Schools didn't exist before we came along. We stand committed to a pledge for bringing out the best in each student and ensuring all that is required to reaffirm that every child of this school is a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. I now invite our provincial and manager, Reverend Father Benny Nalkra Simai, for the presidential address.
Sri Roji M. John MLA, the chief guest of this annual day celebration of Rajagiri Kindergarten. Reverend Father Paulos Kedangan CMI, our beloved director. Father Anthony Kelamparambal, our finance manager. Ms. Shaini Siriyak, our beloved headmistress. Mr. Pradeep Subhash, the PTA president. Beloved parents, grandparents, our dear members of the teaching staff, supporting staff, and my dear young Rajagirians. Very good evening to all of you. One of the things I enjoy the most on every annual day of the kindergarten is the sweet pronunciation of my name and house name, Reverend Father Benny Nalkara, CMI. So every year that echoes in my ears. Thank you very much. And our heroes and heroines of this annual day and Christmas Day celebrations, most of them are behind the stage. Anyway, some of them are here. Dear children, how are you? How are you? Are you happy? Yes or no? Yes. What are we doing today? What are having today? What are we having today? What celebration? Christmas celebration. Then what? Day celebration, no? Very good, very good. And my dear beloved parents and friends, it's a matter of great joy for all of us to have this annual day celebration as well as the Christmas celebration of Rajagiri Kindergarten. Rajagiri Kindergarten, as all of you understand, is managed by CMI fathers, inspired by the great visionary founder Saint Kuriakos Elias Chavara. And this year, as part of the bicentennial celebrations of our congregation, which will be happening in 2031, every year we are having a special year of commemoration, and this year we are having the year dedicated in a special way for families, children, and the youth. So this annual day celebration is something special for us. We are in a way giving our service to the humanity as well as also to the society, especially through our mission of education and thus helping the formation and the well-being of the families. As you may be knowing, CMI congregation is having around 800 educational institutions all over India and abroad. We have a university, we have professional colleges, we have higher secondary schools, high schools, primary schools, kindergarten, and so on. And all through these institutions, actually, we are catering to the needs of the families, and we are helping to the formation of the families, to the children and the youth. And we are very much aware of that mission, and in a way we rededicate ourselves for the same, especially in this year. We all know that education is not mere a process of acquiring some degrees and thus placed in great jobs in society. Education is something more than that. I remember when I was in Bangalore Dharmaram Christ University campus, we have a person in the menial staff members of Christ University who joined there at very young age. He has got only fourth year education, fourth class. But he is involved in every activities. If he correctly asks, maybe after Vice Chancellor and Pro-Vice Chancellor, he may be managing everything. He speaks English, different languages. So the Alumni Association of Christ University once wanted to honor him in the big auditorium. They honored him, and in his reply speech he said, "I don't have education like you, but I have knowledge." Very proudly he said, "I have knowledge. The knowledge I acquired from this institution and the CMI fathers here." Very proudly he vouched for that. Yes, education is not merely acquiring some degrees. It is a process of believing, behaving, and becoming. Believing in oneself, behaving properly in the society and also becoming, making your presence felt in a positive manner in the world, in the society. And I think the primary aim of education is to help in this process of believing, behaving, and becoming. Kindergarten, we know, the cradle of this formation. Our young ones, they get overall integral formation tips from kindergarten. They are formed in social skills. We all, at least the parents who actually were that very tight time of COVID-19 pandemic, those 2 years, your children, when they were in online mode of learning at home, they had no opportunity to attend the kindergarten classes. And you know how difficult it was to mold them, to mentor them with the social skills. Yes, starting from social skills, our children are mentored, molded, and their academic or intellectual, social, psychological, moral, all kinds of developments are taken place starting from kindergarten. And I'm sure Rajagiri Kindergarten is providing that opportunity in a remarkable manner more than 30 years now. And you are really the beneficiaries of that great service. We know merely getting some information won't help our children. We should teach them the art of living. We have these days different Sundays to teach us art of living. But the real art of living should get from our own lives, our own families. We should teach them the art of loving. Loving is an art. Without selfishness, without self-centeredness, loving is a difficult task, we know. And we, the parents and the teachers here, are trying to give the lessons of art of loving to our students. Education is an opportunity for us to teach them the art of giving also. We are living in a world where everyone is looking at the meaning of the word to give. To denote the word give, Indian terminology, two different words are there. One is ta, give me. We all ask ta, tariga, give me. Another Indian word is da. Da also is giving, but giving to someone. The word danam coming from da. Give to others. Art of giving is an important lesson in life, in the art of living. I think from kindergarten onwards, we should teach our children the lessons of loving and the lessons of giving. And that should be the proper education. I appreciate the great role played by the parents and great-grandparents in giving these lessons to our students. If I ask a question to the parents, I don't know you will answer or not. How old are you? How old are you? We know it is the name of a movie, Malayalam movie. How old are you? There is a story in the lives of Buddha. Buddha was talking to a king called Prasenajit. That time, pretty old monk, looking almost 80 years old, came to their midst. Buddha asked this person, how old are you? Then he said, I am 4 years old. 80 years looking 80 years, this man replied, I am 4 years old. Prasenajit was surprised to hear that. Then Buddha explained, in our community, our monks tell their age, counting the years after their enlightenment. After their enlightenment, now he is only 4 years old. And Buddha just turned and asked Prasenajit, how are you? How old are you? And Buddha himself told, you are still to be born. Now I again ask the parents the question, how old are you? I'm not asking your age. I'm sure that's why you are hesitant to answer. After becoming the parents, how old are you? That is the question. See, as parents, you are also growing up along with your child or children. You are also learning a lot of lessons, and you are growing up in your parenthood. And that is the question I asked, how old are you? Thank you, dear parents, for your partnership in the mission of molding the lives of your younger ones. May your dreams about them all become realized in lives. Yesterday onwards, Indian society, Indian community is celebrating a great victory. A victory of a 18-year-old man called D. Gugesh, youngest world chess champion. In the year 2013, when he was only 7 years old, he had a dream. He was a witness to the World Chess Championship held at Chennai between Vishwanath Anand and the chess wizard Magnus Carlsen, which Anand was defeated. That time, Gugesh says, I had a dream. Why I can't become a world champion? Why I can't regain the lost trophy to the Indian nation? Yesterday, we heard that good news. His dream came true. And he says, I am living my dream. It was not an easy job, lot of determination, lot of hard work. He had to pay for that. We know he was only 7 years old when he had that dream. Our children here, they are only 5 years, 6 years old. Almost the age when Gugesh got that dream. Let us inspire them to follow that dream of life. We should not be worried about how they behave today. We should be worried and we should be anxious and hopeful about their lives after 18 years or after 20 years. What would be their becoming? Let us dream along with them and help them to realize their dreams. And my dear teachers and supporting staff of Rajagiri Kindergarten, I really appreciate and acknowledge your selfless service that you are rendering to this great institution and in our mission for the formation and transformation of hundreds of families of these children. Thank you very much and congratulations to you. I also take this opportunity to thank and congratulate Reverend Father Paulos Kedang and our director, Father Anthony, Kelambarambil, our finance manager, and our own provincial council members, all those who are associated with the management of this institution. I also, in a special way, congratulate the executive of PTA under the leadership of Mr. Pradeep, all the executive committee members for the wonderful service that you are rendering to this institution. May I also take this opportunity to wish you all a blessed Christmas and a very hopeful New Year. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend Father. Miss Sini Krishnan, our teacher, will now introduce the chief guest.
Good evening, esteemed guests, respected dignitaries, parents, and my dear little ones. It is with great joy and gratitude that I welcome all of you to our annual Revelry. This evening is made even more special by the presence of our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Roji M. John, whose inspiring journey and exceptional achievements make them the perfect addition to our festive occasion. Mr. Roji M. John, born to Sri John M.V. and Srimati L. Sama, is an Indian politician and the member of the Indian National Congress. He is the member of the Kerala Legislative Assembly representing Angamali constituency since 2016. His popularity and effectiveness as a public servant is evident when he was re-elected in 2021. He was a chairman of Tevra Sacred Heart College, Ernakulam, where his dedication and commitment has significantly contributed to the growth and success of the institution. He is not only a dedicated political worker, but also a scholar who holds an impressive academic background with an MA and an MPhil. Beyond his professional expertise, he is a passionate reader and an avid traveler who has explored the world of knowledge and embraced different cultures, experiences, and perspectives. Without further ado, please join me in extending a warm and festive welcome to our esteemed chief guest, Mr. Roji M. John. Thank you.
Respected Father Benny Nalkara, CMI, Provincial and Manager. Respected Father Paulos Kedangen, Reverend Father Anthony Kelamperambil, respected Headmistress Shaini Siriak, PTA President Pradeep Subhash, all the teachers, non-teaching staff, parents and my dear students, a very warm good evening to all of you. I am extremely happy to be here, being part of this Christmas celebration and annual day program of Rajagiri Kindergarten Public School. I myself, you might have understood from the introduction, a proud alumni of CMI institution. I had the great fortune of studying in CMI institution for 5 years. And I strongly believe that those 5 years has really helped me in becoming what I am today. So I must tell you that you all should feel really happy and proud that your kids, your grandchildren, they got an opportunity to study in this wonderful institution. CMI fathers' commitment to service and professionalism in the field of education is well known, not only within the state or within the country, it is known even outside the country also. And I'm glad to say that the Rajagiri group of institution, it stands at par with other world-class institutions in this segment. So you all should be really proud that you are all here, your children are studying here, and they've got the best opportunity that they can think of in our area. So I was going through the annual report presented here, and I was so happy and I was so excited to see the kind of activities that the school undertakes and how they engage our small kids. I mean, I was really surprised to see that. The number of activities that you have undertaken in 1 year, I was wondering when do you get time to do other academic exercises? But I realized that at this stage of their schooling, this is where they start learning ABCs, 1, 2, 3, and this is also a place where they learn to tie their shoes. This is the place where they learn to say when to say please, when to say thank you, when to say sorry. And this is where they start their education. This is where they start their journey. So at this juncture, this is what they all need. You can't think of this kind of activities maybe when we were all in schools, when we were all in nursery schools, or we could not have thought about having this kind of exposure at our young age. I mean, it is completely different, the kind of experience, the kind of exposure that this generation get is totally different from what we all got when we were at their age. So we must feel happy that they are getting this opportunity, they are getting this exposure. Generally, often we see people blaming the next generation, because I always see that. We can see that in our houses, we can see that in our area. കാരണവന്മാർ വന്നിട്ട് പറയും, ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ എന്തായിരുന്നു അല്ലേ, ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ചെറുപ്പം എന്തെല്ലാം ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തു. മുത്തച്ഛനോട് ചോദിച്ചാൽ പറയും, ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ എന്തൊക്കെ ചെയ്തു ഞങ്ങൾ, ഇവരുടെയൊക്കെ കണ്ടില്ല ചെറുപ്പകാലം, ഈ പിള്ളേരൊക്കെ നശിച്ചു പോകും, ഇവരുടെയൊക്കെ തലമുറ എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് പറയും അല്ലേ. അതാണ് യൂഷ്വലി കാണുന്നത്. ഇനി നമ്മളോട് ചോദിച്ചാൽ നമ്മളെന്ത് പറയും, ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ചെറുപ്പം എത്ര പ്രശ്നമായിരുന്നു, എന്തൊക്കെ ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ടി വന്നു, എന്തൊക്കെ ഞങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തു. നിങ്ങൾ കുട്ടികളോട് പറയാൻ പോകുന്നത്, ഞങ്ങളുടെയൊക്കെ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ എന്തൊക്കെ ചെയ്തു, നിങ്ങളൊക്കെ എത്ര ഭാഗ്യം ചെയ്തവരാണ്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്കൊന്നും ഈ സാഹചര്യമൊന്നും ഇതിലൂടെ ഒന്നും കടന്നു പോകേണ്ടി വന്നിട്ടില്ലല്ലോ എന്നായിരിക്കും നമ്മൾ അവരോട് പറയുക. ഐ എം ഷുവർ വെൻ ദേ ഗ്രോ അപ്പ്, they are also going to tell the same to their kids. So this is a generational issue. Every generation will continue to do this. Like 10 generations down the line also, they will also say that, see, ഞങ്ങൾ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ ഞങ്ങൾ അങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു ഇങ്ങനെയായിരുന്നു, see, look at you. But I feel strong, if you ask me, I would strongly say that no generation has the right to judge its succeeding or the preceding generation. നമ്മുടെ മുൻപുള്ള ഒരു ജനറേഷനെ, നമുക്ക് ശേഷമുള്ള ഒരു ജനറേഷനെ we can criticize, but we cannot judge them, because they all live in different environment, they live in different circumstances. And I am glad, and if you ask me, I would say the generation after us, which is their generation, their kids' generation, they are more advanced and they have more exposure than our generation when we were kids. Because നമ്മൾ കുട്ടികളായിരുന്ന സമയത്ത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈ പ്രായത്തിൽ ഇവിടെ ഇന്ന് ഈ കണ്ട ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസിൽ ഒന്നും തന്നെ ചെയ്യാനായിട്ടുള്ള അവസരം നമുക്ക് ആർക്കും ലഭിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. നമ്മൾ ഒരു പക്ഷേ സ്കൂളിൽ പോവുക, തറ പറ 1 2 3 1 2 എഴുതി പഠിച്ച് നമ്മൾ തിരിച്ച് 2 കളിയും കളിച്ച് അടിയും കൂടി തിരിച്ച് വീട്ടിൽ പോകുന്ന ഒരു ജനറേഷനാണ് നമ്മുടേത്. പക്ഷേ ഫ്രം ദെയർ വി ഹാവ് മൂവ്ഡ് ഓൺ. നമ്മൾ കുറേ അഡ്വാൻസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ദാറ്റ് ഈസ് ദ ഗ്രോത്ത് ഓഫ് എഡ്യൂക്കേഷൻ ദാറ്റ് വി ആർ ടോക്കിംഗ് അബൌട്ട്. That is how, we know the CMI group of institutions was started by our most Reverend Chavra Elias Kuriakos Sachan. So when he started the first school in Kerala, he had a dream, like along with church. അതാണ് പള്ളിയോടൊപ്പം ഒരു പള്ളിക്കൂടം. അതാണ് പള്ളിക്കൂടം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ഒരു പള്ളിയോടൊപ്പം ഒരു പള്ളിക്കൂടം. So the intention was to provide our kids with basic education. So from there, now we are standing here, we are at Rajagiri Public School, where, as I said in the beginning, this is one of the best in the world, or maybe one of the best in the country. So we have grown, we have come up a long way. And that is the kind of contribution CMI group of institutions or CMI fathers have given to the state, to the country also. So ഞാൻ പറയും, they are more exposed, അവർക്ക് കൂടുതൽ ചാൻസ് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ട്. അവരുടെ generation, they have a different aspiration, they live in a different environment, they live in different circumstances. So they think about a different world than what we thought about when we were kids. So I would urge you, ഞാൻ എപ്പോഴും പറയും, നമ്മളെക്കാൾ അഡ്വാൻസ്ഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു തലമുറയുമായിട്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ എൻഗേജ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ കുട്ടികൾ എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മളെക്കാൾ മിടുക്കന്മാരും മിടുക്കികളുമായിട്ടുള്ള കുട്ടികളാണ് അവർ എന്നുള്ളൊരു ബോധ്യം നമുക്കുണ്ടായാൽ, we can definitely encourage them more, we can definitely motivate them to dream high, we can definitely support them to achieve their dreams. And that is what is expected of all of us. Because if you ask me today, education is not about getting some information, because in today's world it is not at all difficult to get information. You can get any information, you can gather any information by a click on your mobile phone. You just Google it, you will get all the information. Your MC had Googled about Roji M. John and she got all the information which she presented here today. So it is very easy to gather the information, which is not difficult. But what is more important is, in a world where all the information is available there, it is important for us to teach the students to ask those questions. It is important for us to teach the students to find out those answers, find out those information over there. Because information is already there. It is all available there. Probably when we were students, we all had to rely on the answers, we all had to rely on our teachers to get some information, because we didn't have any of these. We didn't get the chance to go to the library. We only had the textbooks with us. And the teacher was the only source of information, only source of knowledge for us. But today, that is not the case. As I said, information is there, knowledge is there, education is there, all the syllabus you get there. Online ഇഷ്ടംപോലെ പ്ലാറ്റ്ഫോമുകളുണ്ട്, മൊബൈൽ ആപ്സ് ഉണ്ട്. അതിലെല്ലാം നമുക്ക് പഠിക്കാനുള്ള ഏത് കോഴ്സും കിട്ടും. ഈവൻ യു ക്യാൻ പ്രിപ്പയർ ഫോർ സിവിൽ സർവീസ് ഓൾസോ ഫ്രം ദെയർ. സോ അതവിടെ അങ്ങനെ അവൈലബിൾ ആയിട്ടിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ we should make them understand, we should teach them how to find the right information, how to ask the questions. And if we encourage them to ask questions, they will definitely succeed in their life. നമ്മൾ പലപ്പോഴും നമ്മുടെയൊക്കെ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ പോകുമ്പോൾ ടീച്ചർമാരുടെ ഏറ്റവും ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട വാചകം ഏതാണെന്നറിയോ? നമ്മുടെയൊക്കെ ചെറുപ്പത്തിൽ നമ്മൾ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചാൽ മതി, ടീച്ചർമാരുടെ ഏറ്റവും ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ട വാചകം സൈലൻസ് എന്നാണ്, അല്ലേ? Because they all want a silent, quiet classroom. But that is not the case anymore. I would say we should encourage, we should make our classrooms more lively, more active. We should encourage them to ask questions. We should encourage them to challenge us. It is applicable not only to teachers, it is applicable to parents also. Because they will come up with, because they are engaging in a different world, so they will come up with different questions. When they come up with different difficult questions, we should not silence them. We should always encourage them to ask those questions. We should encourage them to challenge us also. That's when they grow. In 2014, you all know the Nobel Prize winner Malala Yousafzai. At the age of 17, she got a Nobel Prize. Who wouldn't want their child to get such a prize at the age of 17? Everyone, every father, every family would like to do that. And I don't know, many of you may have seen her that acceptance speech. In her acceptance speech, in the beginning, she says, I thank my father for not clipping my wings and letting me fly. എത്ര ഡീപ്പായിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു വാചകമാണെന്ന് പറയും. I thank my father for not clipping my wings and letting me fly. I thank my mother for always inspiring me to speak the truth. And I also thank all my teachers for always inspiring me to believe in myself. That is very important. So we should all think, are we all doing this? As I said, this is a different generation which is more talented, which has got more exposure, which has got more dreams, which has got lot of potential than us. And when we deal with that generation as parents and teachers, are we really letting them fly or are we really clipping their wings? We should let them fly. We should always inspire them to speak the truth. Also, we should inspire them to believe in themselves. If you inspire them to believe in themselves, trust me, they will definitely succeed. And success doesn't mean all of them should become software engineers or all of them should become doctors. They came in this room or the back of the stage in this school. You will have you will have future doctors, you will have future engineers, you will have a future priest among them. You may have a future politician among them. There will be a future film director. You will have talents of different types here. So those students they have different aspirations. They have different aptitude. They will have different dreams. And our job is not to enforce our dreams on them. Because most parents, this is also another issue that we all face. Because I wanted to become something in life, I could not become that. So it is my aim, I become determined to make sure that what I could not do, my child should do. That is what many parents do. കാരണം എനിക്കെന്തെങ്കിലും ആവണമെന്ന് ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, അത് പറ്റിയില്ല. അപ്പോൾ പിന്നെ എന്താ മാർഗം? എൻ്റെ ആഗ്രഹം, മൈ ഡ്രീം, എൻ്റെ സ്വപ്നം, അത് എൻ്റെ കുട്ടിയുടെ മേലെ അടിച്ചേൽപ്പിക്കും. He or she may have a different dream. He or she may have a different aspiration. So our job is not to enforce our dreams on them. Our job is to make sure that, or our job is to encourage them to dream big, dream high, and whatever they can do to achieve it. And in today's world, everybody will dream. Everyone will have their own dreams. But very few make an attempt. And very, very few of them will succeed. And that is how the world is today. So it is our job to encourage our students to dream, motivate them to make an attempt, and definitely they will all succeed. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഇവർ വീണ്ടും കൂടുമ്പോൾ ഇവരെല്ലാം രാജഗിരിയുടെ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ്സ് ആയിരുന്നു, CMI പ്രോഡക്റ്റ്സ് ആയിരുന്നു. നമ്മളിവിടെ പഠിച്ച ഈ സ്ഥാപനത്തിൽ അഭിമാനകരമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ പഠിച്ചു പോയവരാണ് എന്ന് പറയാവുന്ന തരത്തിലേക്ക് അവർക്ക് തിരിച്ചു വരാൻ സാധിക്കും. When your kids, when your child become, say, 17 or 18 or reach their 20s, they should be able to say, like Malala Yousafzai, what she said, she should be able to say, each one of you, her father, their mother, their teachers, for making them, for molding them to become what they are. So that is our mandate, I would say, and that should be our objective. And if we do that, I am sure this generation do more wonders than what our generation has done. And I am very sure, and I am really glad that the Rajagiri school is providing that exact platform for our students to do that, which all other schools may not be doing that. But Rajagiri, I am sure, is doing that, because when I was, as I said, when I was listening to the school report, annual report, it is very evident. And once again, I congratulate the entire management for providing such a platform, for creating such an institution and providing that platform to our generation, all the students here. And also thank the management for having me here. ഞാൻ അങ്കമാലിയിലുള്ള മെല്ലയാണ്, എന്നെ എന്തിനാ ഇവിടെ വിളിച്ചത് ഞാനിങ്ങനെ ആലോചിച്ചുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കുകയായിരുന്നു. പക്ഷേ പൗലോസ് അച്ഛൻ എന്നെ ഇവിടെ വിളിച്ചു, ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു അവസരം തന്നത്. ഐ കൺസിഡർ ദിസ് ആസ് എ ഗ്രേറ്റ് ഓപ്പർച്യൂണിറ്റി, ഗ്രേറ്റ് പ്രിവിലേജ് ടു ബി പാർട്ട് ഓഫ് ദിസ് Christmas and annual day celebrations here, and wish you all a happy Christmas and a wonderful New Year, and thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Now I call upon Christina Miss for the prize distribution.
Kids Fest mega event was conducted by Rajagiri Kindergarten on 9th of November 2024. Around 54 schools participated. Our children also participated and won several prizes. As I announce, please come forward. Brain Gym. First prize goes to Arthur Philip Sirik. Collage. First prize goes to Athena Susan Joshi. Action Song English. Second prize goes to Eva Elizabeth. Drawing and coloring. Second prize goes to Ishaq Zaib. Nano Olympiad. Second prize goes to Mariam Abi. Dance to the Tune. Third prize goes to Niladrija John. Nano Olympiad. Third prize goes to Sarah Mariam John. Shruti Len singing Malayalam. Promising performance goes to Isaac Ebi Samuel. Theatre workshop. Promising performance goes to Tara Chamani. Coloring with crayons. Promising performance goes to Merin Mamin. Drawing and coloring. Promising performance goes to Diana Jitin. Origami. Promising performance goes to George Jacob. Symphony singing English. Promising performance goes to David Monish. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
I request Reverend Father Paulos Kedagan CMI to come over to the stage to hand over the Christmas gift to our dear Provincial Reverend Father Benny Nalkara CMI. I request Provincial Reverend Father Benny Nalkara CMI to receive the gift. I request Reverend Father Paulos Kedagan CMI to hand over the Christmas gift to the Chief Guest.